sure your phones are on silent or vibrate. When you call for the microphone, please identify yourself and your organization. We will start with an opening comment from Coach. Then we open up for questions for Jayson, and then we will dismiss him and let Coach bring us home. So with that, Coach, if you wouldn't mind, an opening statement, please.
Sure. Hats off to Corey and the Golden Eagles. Is it Eagles, right? Okay, I'm sorry. Boy, they're really playing great basketball right now. And I could tell you all of the things that we're not doing, but some of those reasons are because of what they are doing. I mean, they are shooting the ball great. Their roles are established. They went through a lot of adversity like us, and then they got that first win, and we never got one. Not that we would have turned it like they did, but boy, I'm happy for him as a first-year head coach to be able to finish strong. Gives him and their university some feel good going into the next season. So I think they're going to be North Dakota State's going to be in for a battle tomorrow night. I really do. So with that being said, had a very heartfelt meeting with my guys in the locker room, and I love these guys. We never could find the mojo to turn the corner. We obviously have some talented individuals, but collectively we couldn't get the kind of synergy that you need in a conference like this to be able to go out and get a bunch of W's. And you look at South Dakota, what Eric has done with the adversity that he's had, and losing players and injuries, and then bringing in guys mid-season, and for them to finish fourth is an incredible accomplishment. I hope he wins Coach of the Year. And then losing runs as well. Like I could go through each team and kind of from a bird's eye view tell you how much I admire these guys. I mean, they've collectively hit me with a text or a call, some of them repetitively, with just mad respect, and I'm glad I had a chance to be a part of the Summit League for the short amount of time that I was here for 4 years. But it was all positive, and maybe not in wins and losses, but the overall experience. My team, back to them real quick. I know it's a long opening statement, but it's my last one, so I'll talk as long as I want. The young men in that locker room been through a lot. Losing can either make you a man or it could make you cry, and we've had both of those things occur with different guys at different times. But guys like Jayson, who stayed with me for 3 years in this collegiate basketball climate, he's a rare breed. I'll speak on him a little bit more later when he's out the room, so I don't get emotional. But hey, they kicked their butt. They're good. And they're playing tomorrow night, and we're not. Welcome to March Madness. So,
thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. Let's open up for questions for Jayson, please.
Tim Hill, Reaching the Summit. Jayson, as Coach alluded to, you really are a rare breed because it seems like when kids get any sort of success, the first thing they do is look elsewhere, thinking something's better. You played for Coach for 3 years. Beyond basketball, there's basketball growth, there's personal growth. What has that relationship been like with him and the whole experience of playing for him these 3 years?
Yeah, playing for Coach Menzies is more than basketball. It's always life lessons and every message that he teaches. So taking all those lessons that I've learned over the last 3 years and just continuing life, it's a big gain that I learned from Coach. Taught me a lot on and off the court, and I'm just going to hold on to that forever.
So,
one for me, Jayson. Just your reflections on the season. Coach obviously summed up a lot of things, and I think it's always special and unique when you've got a coach you're clearly close to, and who is moving on to another stage in his life. Just your thoughts on what you'll take away from the season.
A lot of lessons. There was a lot of peaks and valleys. You gotta just take the adversity. There's adversity everywhere in life, so this was like that was the biggest life lesson, because everything you do is gonna be challenges. So how you operate within those challenges is where I've grown and we've grown.
Awesome. With that, Jayson, thank you. We'll let you head back to the locker room,
Yes, sir.
And then we'll open it up for questions for Coach.
Coach Tim Hill again, Reaching the Summit. You kind of talk a lot about coaches hitting you up, very, unique situation. And as a kind of outside looking in, talking to various coaches, you kind of know who likes who around the team. And you have always had a reputation of love Marv, great guy. And just kind of what do you take?
What else do they say?
I swear, it's always positive. But and I can personally say from my interactions from you, they've always been very positive and pleasant. And so, A, thank you for the time you've always given me. And B, just kind of talk about your experience in this league and the players you've impacted and the coaches you've worked for, with, and against throughout this whole experience.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for Dr. Martin giving me the opportunity. It's a really tricky profession to navigate. There's 362, 63. How many D1s are there? Whatever there are, there's not many for the whole United States. So everyone's a special job, no matter what level. Low major, mid major, high major, but all the Division I jobs are, if you have one of them, you're blessed. Now, obviously, there's other challenges and the landscape has changed. And when I took over the job, there was no NIL, there was no transfer portal. It seems like it was eons ago. But I think the most important thing that I will take from the summit to your point is the professionalism that these guys operate, from Josh Fenton to Mendy Lee. And I mean, all of them are just you can tell they're diligent and they're prideful in their work, and that helps us to know that they're invested and supportive. And as it trickles down to the universities, I felt like I received a lot of positive energy from the athletic director at Oral Roberts and all these different people that I've met throughout the 4 years. It's just a very special area and special conference. It's the most heavily recruited conference to Power Fives. I mean, everybody comes to the summit to pluck from the summit in the new landscape. I don't know if you guys know that, but we're the most heavily recruited. So it makes it even more challenging on my peers, to have some kind of consistency and create a culture, a basketball culture, when you only have a guy for sometimes 9 months. But they're unique, they're creative, they powered through it. I think about Peterson and even Hendo before he left, like they would share their stories on how they're building their programs for their region. So they're vested into the craft, and it's good to be around people that really care, and I can tell you that from Paul to Johnny Tower to all of them, to Crutch, who's one of the good buddies of mine. We're supposed to get together for a drink here, so I gotta make this short. But it's just really good dudes, man. And a lot of times, and I've been to some different conferences where there wasn't the same pure admiration. So it was a joy to have that during this chapter of my life.
Coach Todd Buckingham, Reaching the Summit. So you said you'd wait until Jayson left the room. I'm curious about Jayson, the player in person, and the 3 years you had with him.
Yeah. He is the reason I got into coaching. Very interesting scenario with him. To imagine a young man who's getting tugged off from social media platforms to people talking to him about leaving. Erica and Samuel, his parents, the young man had no scholarships, I don't think, when we offered him. And I remember his dad crying like this when we offered him a scholarship. And then he was freshman of the year, and then he goes and has a really solid year. When I get coach of the year, we take second in conference. He's also performed at a high level. I mean, he could have bounced and made a lot of money. And he was raised the right way underneath the two phenomenal people that understand what's important in life. And, the love of money is, they say the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not, money's not the root of all evil. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. And I just am overly concerned probably with this landscape that people are making the wrong decisions for themselves for a short-term gain. And a guy like Jayson Petty gives me hope that with the right support, you can make good decisions. Now, probably gonna get a lot of money right now, but we're done, so it's all good. But no, man, I love him. I love his family. We've had some great times together, some tough times together. We've learned together, we've grown together. He's like a son. And I'll be in his life for the rest of his life. For the rest, as long as I'm here, at least, I'll probably croak before he does. So, but yeah, man, he's special. And there's other guys on the team like Cash, Kashin Gravy, who we spent 2 years together, and I've seen him grow. So, coaches say this all the time. They talk about, so relationships are relationships, and you get into it, and this and that. And some of them are so full of crap. But I'm not. This is who I am. As you don't get no more authentic than I am, and genuine. And I will tell you exactly what it is and how I feel. So I can tell you that unequivocally, I got into this profession for the right reasons. And I'm getting out at the right time for the right reasons. So I have no regrets, man. Other than not winning tonight, I feel like I was impactful and helped some young men navigate a tough chapter of their lives. So, God's going to continue to bless my wife, my family, people that I work with. So everything's in his divine order, man. We just don't always see it because of our will. You know what I mean? It's like I wish we would have won. Well, that wasn't the plan. So you just got to take it a day at a time, step at a time, and just keep counting your blessings.
I don't know if anyone's got a question that's going to top that. So I think with that, we'll let Coach get to that beverage. And Coach, congrats to you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.